Does pelvic inflammation make your back hurt? Well, that's a difficult question. It could, but the question is, what is pelvic inflammation? That is a very non-specific word. It can mean many, many different things. Inflammation typically means like swelling or injury and something like that. So the pelvis is extremely complicated. There's lots of things in there: bones, muscles, nerves, intestines run through there. You got the blood vessels, veins, your bladder, the vagina, all those things. So, and it's so there can be many, many reasons for that. But one example is that if the uterus is retroverted, so if it's tilted backwards, then it can cause a problem with, or you could feel it more towards the back because the uterus is backwards. So for example, this is the pelvis here. And so if the uterus were tilted towards the back, this is the sacrum here, part of the backbone, then you could sense it more towards the back. And so in those cases, if there's painful periods or something going on like endometriosis or adenomyosis, then it can be a problem, or you can sense it towards the back. The main cause, or one of the main causes of back pain in general, is stress, depression, anxiety, those kind of things. So for example, when everybody gets nervous, they know the feeling of butterflies, so where you feel like things in your stomach. You feel anxiety. So that's a very common thing. Basically, everybody notices that. Well, when you have that, that type of anxiety, it's not really in your stomach, but that's where you're sensing it. So a lot of times you feel it in your back as well, or whatever pain that you do have, the physical pain that you do have, is made worse by the anxiety or depression or whatever mental stress that is happening at the time. And so it's very difficult to say if there's, there's no one thing. It can be many, many, many things, and that's why it's so important to get checked out. If you find that your provider isn't really kind of listening to you, or then try somebody else. You can see if they can get to the bottom of it. But a lot of times relaxation therapy can be helpful in things like yoga, stretching. So you get, what's nice about that is that you get both the muscles and the mental part of it as well.